If your job ended tomorrow, who would you be? Most of us spend years perfecting our resumes, but almost no time preparing for the moment when the title, the team, or the paycheck no longer define us. Section 1. The question that changes everything. If your job ended tomorrow, who would you be? Take a slow, deep breath and just sit with that question for a moment. Not what would you do or where would you go, but who would you be? So many of us wrap our entire identity in what we do for a living. We introduce ourselves with our job titles. At parties, we measure our worth by our promotions, and we organize our days, our weeks, our very lives around the rhythm of our work. But that title, that office, that email signature, it is a role you are playing. Your spirit is so much bigger than your business card. This question is a small one, but it can feel loud, can't it? It can echo in the quiet moments late at night or on the long commute home. It is a question that invites you to look beyond the resume you have so carefully built and to consider the life you are meant to live. We spend decades learning the skills for a job, attending seminars, and climbing ladders. But how much time do we truly spend learning who we are without the structure of that job? This is the space we are going to explore together. This is the bridge between looking back at what was and intentionally designing what will be. It is a gentle, clear map for anyone who feels that quiet inner whisper saying, there has to be more than this. Section 2. The awakening moment, when endings become beginnings. Every significant change in our lives begins with what I call an awakening moment. It is that instant when the world as you know it shifts and you are forced to see things in a new light. This moment doesn't always arrive with a loud crash. Sometimes it's a quiet click. It could be the shock of an unexpected email with the subject line organizational restructuring, or it could be the slow creeping realization that you no longer feel that spark of excitement on a Monday morning. It might even be a gentle but persistent voice inside you that finally becomes too clear to dismiss. When this ending comes, a whole storm of feelings can rush in. There's often fear about the future and how you will provide. There can be anger at the unfairness of it all, or sadness for the loss of colleagues and routine. But underneath it all, a glimmer of hope. That hope is the beginning. What if this is my chance? And that is the moment your journey truly starts. Readiness is not a perfect plan. It's the choice to begin, even when the path is foggy. From reflection to direction, finding your inner compass. Once the initial shock begins to settle, the temptation is to rush into action. Update your resume, scroll job boards, replace what you lost. But I want to invite you to pause. The most powerful transformations do not come from frantic action. They come from quiet reflection. Before you can figure out where you are going, you have to get honest about where you have been. Reflection is about looking back with kindness and curiosity, not judgment. Gather the wisdom from your last chapter so you can carry it into the next. Why did this job really end? What brought you joy? What drained your energy? What did you learn about what you value? Like unpacking after a long trip. Decide what's precious to keep and what to leave behind. Direction is not a final destination. It's choosing which way to face, finding your North Star. Create your inner compass. Values, income, and time. The intersection where reinvention begins. Step 1. Define what next truly means for you. We often jump to job titles. Senior manager, consultant, project lead. A job title is a label created by someone else. It is a box. You have an opportunity to think outside any box. Your next is not a title. It is a life design, a feeling, a rhythm, a way of being that honors who you are. Ask a different set of questions. Creation, not obligation. What do I want to create, not just escape from? What threads from my past work still feel alive? Mentoring, problem solving, creativity. Hold those threads. What do I want my average Tuesday to look and feel like? Design a life, not just a career. Keep it simple. Capture desires in short, powerful lines. For example, work that helps people one-on-one with freedom to take Friday afternoons off, or build a small baking business that lets me be home when my kids get out of school. Write at least 3 one-sentence goals this week. Let them guide your exploration. Making a big life change is one of the bravest things a person can do. And you will still have doubts. There will be days you question every decision. Some won't understand and will project their fears. You will meet your inner critic, the voice that says you are not enough or you will fail. This is normal. The key is not avoidance, but support. Build an emotional safety net. Your personal toolkit for resilience. Have someone who will say, I believe in you. Try 5 deep breaths before getting out of bed, or write one thing you are grateful for. Clarity grows in quiet seasons. I am guided and supported. Create an exit blueprint, my why, my timeline, my next 3 steps, where anxiety becomes structure. It turns worry into a workable plan, fear into form. Let's talk about money. We can't change your life honestly without addressing finances. Money isn't the most important thing, but worrying about it can block your dreams. A financial runway isn't about getting rich overnight. It's about breathing room. Runway creates calm, which gives you freedom to choose from possibility, not desperation. Start with financial clarity. Track every dollar for 1 month. No judgment. Just track. Use an app or a simple notebook. At month end, review where your money went. Information is power. Cut 1 or 2 small costs. Conscious spending, not deprivation. Open a dream fund and deposit those savings. Find your minimum viable freedom number. Core monthly expenses, housing, food, utilities, transportation. Knowing this number is liberating. If freelancing or consulting calls you, start with pilot projects. 1 weekend job, a short-term contract, a single session. Make small wins that build confidence and cash flow. Every small win proves you can do this. I want to tell you a story about a man named David. For 25 years, he crafted beautiful cabinets and sturdy handcrafted furniture. He loved the smell of sawdust and making something real with his hands. He was David the carpenter. Years later, the work took a toll. His back ached, his hands strained. One day, a searing pain. The diagnosis, no more heavy lifting. Just like that, his job, his identity, his way of life ended. He was devastated, adrift. This was his awakening moment. Healing, he reflected, a friend said, write what you loved most. It wasn't just wood, it was turning vague ideas into something concrete. Listening, sketching, guiding. He'd been the go-to mentor, not just for craft, for life. He started small, weekend workshops for beginners. He had a gift for simplifying. Students loved his calm, patient style. A student said, "You're not teaching me a bookshelf, you're building my confidence." That was the light bulb. He became a life carpenter, a certified coach helping people through career transitions, still dusted in sawdust, now building futures. A beautiful vision needs structure or it remains a daydream. Translate your vision and 1-sentence goals into a step-by-step plan. Create a living reinvention roadmap for the next 6-12 months. Include timeline, income plan, skills to refresh, and a daily or weekly rhythm. Turn the dream into a project with a deadline. Months 1-2. Journal your values. Build the exit blueprint. Talk to 3 freelance writers. Save 1 month of expenses. Months 3-4. Do 1 small paid project. Build a simple portfolio with 3 samples. Save a second month. Months 5-8. Take an SEO writing course, secure a second, slightly larger client, publish a simple website, months 9 to 12, have 2 steady clients, negotiate part-time or replace one income stream, do one thing each week. Small wins build momentum and confidence. Review monthly. What's working, what's not, adjust the plan. Give yourself permission to iterate. Change doesn't ask for permission, it asks for readiness. In the end, you don't need the perfect moment. You don't need to feel 100% ready. You don't need anyone else's permission to redesign your life. All you need is to decide to start. Start with 1 page, 1 honest conversation, 1 hour learning a new skill. Fear isn't a stop sign. It's a signpost that you are entering the territory of growth. Reinvention is a string of small conscious choices. Each choice is a word. Each day, a sentence in your new story. Every hour on your roadmap instead of scrolling. Another line written. Every no to misaligned work. An edit for clarity. Every ask for help. A stronger plot. Your future is not a promotion you are given. It is a decision you make. Your mindset is the bridge from reflection to reinvention. Change asks for readiness. If this message found you at the right time, start small. Begin your exit planning roadmap today using the Exit Blueprint. Watch the Inner Exit series for the emotional and financial steps to reinvention. Unmuted memoirs, because your story deserves to evolve.